Hi guys, Paolo here. The item I would like to introduce and to show you today is this Photoetched set that I just released now for my resin cab about the 682-69 truck. And when I made that master, one of the points that I knew could become a little problem was the typical logos these trucks had on the nose, especially the first production, the one made in late 50s, and because lately they had a different Fiat logo and the Fiat group was changing the status and becoming Iveco and so on, so they changed the logo and they made a typical Fiat logo of the 70s and 80s. But before, these trucks used to have this particular writing made in metal. Was also in reality a kind of little metal plate that was very nice to reproduce in scale. And I think a couple of years ago I had a commitment about about two trucks honestly, and they especially requested that the finished model had to feature a photo-etched set, and very good friend of mine helped me with that problem because I have no knowledge in producing a photo-etched set. It's a little, not too hard, but little complicated and quite risky process of chemical shit that I don't have at all, so I don't use such stuff. And lately I keep in touch with a very skilled guy making photo etched for bigger company, much bigger, and the result was this photo etched set that he was incredibly quick and skilled in produce. I mean, as soon as I get the content, I didn't had any issues in contacting and never getting answers. It's a little tricky sometimes with designer because really people depends the kind of person you get in touch to. Some promises a lot and then in reality they are not so good as they think they are, So this was another story, and this guy instead was incredibly quick and incredibly good in preparing this. It was a real professionist in making this stuff. The item itself, here you can see probably better. The items itself is basically a nearly 10 centimeter long photo etched set where you can find nearly the most common numbers of that truck I made. So it was 682, 690 and 693. 682 it was the 4x2, 690 the 6x2, and 693 the 6x4, and usually the T version. The T version means trattore, that in Italiano is the tractor, so the ordinary truck like the one that nearly all we have in the collections, As well as in the Photoetched set, I wanted him to have this particular, a little tricky to center it with the camera from the telephone, this little Fiat logo, Fiat Costruzioni. It is a special logo that some series of the Fiat 690 had on the front, on the radiator, And with one simple sheet you can finish, I think, a lot of trucks, at least 3 important model, or many people mostly like the 682 or the 690, so I just want to concentrate more on these versions, that were the most famous types, and 2 and 4 it was the canvas truck, changing in the engine, so you have to study the details to make a different version. But with this stuff you finally can have a perfect early style reproduction of the logos of the truck, I didn't sell it together with the cab because at the time it was not available and not possible for me to have the contact to produce this in a professional way, not in an amateur way like I did before. In a professional way, this photo etched set, and so it's available for sale right now. As usual, I didn't make so many photo etched. It's quite expensive to produce them in a proper way. But I'm really satisfied with the set, and I think already from the orders that I get, I think also nearly all the guys that know about this photo etched set already took it and are happy to work with it. And that's it, so if you need one, just write me, and this allow you, even if you want to scratch build your own track, you know, your Renault 682 and so on. If you are making one of these works alone, you can use this Photoetched set to detail your model, you know. I think it's very good improving on that model, and that's all, you know. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next videos.